That's a big fish there.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
Get ready to revive the outdoors with Cody and Cody. On the water, in the woods. Pursuits made possible by Trijicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, Brunton, Equipment for Outdoor Adventures, Lacrosse, established 1897, built to last, Commando Hunting Products, Command the Wild, Gerber, fend for yourself.
We got a great show today. We've got 6 young ladies. We've got Claire, Kate, Sarah, Jill, Julie, and Grace, all from Houston, Texas, and their parents joining us today. Try to get out and get into the woods. And one thing that Cody and I always love to do is to get young ladies involved in the outdoors. And this is a way to really show that, hey, you can go out there and you could still do your regular business. Grace, for example, is a college student at BYU, but she still loves to go out and do some hunting. She's been on a number of different trips, and she's going to be hunting with me. And then we've got another cameraman that's going to take 2 of them out. And then John, their dad's going to be out with a few of them. And also the young ones, although they're not going to hunt, they're just going to be able to go out there and learn a little bit about turkey hunting and just enjoy the outdoors. But right now in Oklahoma, turkey season has been going on strong for us. We've had a great year. And even though that front came in this morning, it passed off. And hopefully the weather will stay nice and we'll really have some birds participate. But once again, we're about to get into the hunt. I've got to head into Yukon, Oklahoma to go to the Oklahoma Wildlife Federation banquet. But I'll be back in the morning to do some hunting. And hopefully we get some nice toms on the ground. Once again, the guys from Cottonwood have brought us out and allowed us to come film on their property. It's a great place, but stick around. You're going to see some great turkey hunting from Cottonwood Outfitters right here in Oklahoma.
Shoot him. Just wait.
there, by the edge. I'm on him. Wait till he turns. When you're ready. Great shot! Oh, man.
Brilliant aiming solutions. Trigicon.
I won't apologize for being a man. Or let you work harder than me. I will protect those in need. And be the guy others depend on. I will fend for myself.
Get ready. Shoot him. Shoot him. I think somebody got a little nervous.
Yeah, and when those females came out, I was like, those are a lot closer.
Oh yeah, they were. I mean, you were literally within maybe like 3 yards of one of the hens. They came out. Well, I mean, that's hunting. Sometimes, even when everything gets set up, it doesn't. There's still that little chance of error. But I mean, I give you an A for this is her first turkey hunt. Actually, the first time she's actually been a shooter, and to not only keep your composure and be able to take a shot, but when that first Tom came in and you could tell you couldn't take an ethical shot and he was a little too far. I mean, a lot of people probably would have tried to take a shot and wanted to get a bird, but that other guy came out and presented a shot. It was just one of those things, and a lot of people when something like that happens, they may get a little irritated, but don't, because plenty of birds out here, and I have a feeling we'll be able to get something.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, well, good job though. Good job.
Okay, we've set up again just about 50 yards from where we were this morning, and we saw turkeys working down the road and up through this little plum thicket, and so we pulled up our stand, and we had birds close to us this morning, didn't we, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Very close.
They were at about 50 yards here, and so we moved over to about where they were, and they've come down this little draw, and
So hopefully we'll get them.
I hope so. That should help us out. And we're setting up for the evening hunt, and hopefully we'll see the birds. We've heard some
Lots of calls.
lots of calls, some gobbling, and looking forward to it.
Let's get into the hunt.
Go.
Okay, you see him.
If your greatest adventure is the great outdoors, we'll see you at the Sportsman's Warehouse. Whether you're a hunter, fisherman, or simply can't resist the wild's call, the Sportsman's Warehouse is where you'll discover everything you're going to need to make your next adventure great. And with the city's most knowledgeable staff of outdoor experts, there's always help and advice you can really use. The Sportsman's Warehouse, getting your great adventure off to a great start.
Do any amount of hunting and you'll appreciate the next generation of Alpha boots by Lacrosse. These new Alpha Lights not only keep your feet warm and dry like the original Alphas, they're even lighter and more comfortable. Lacrosse hasn't left out the snug ankle fit or aggressive outsole either. They've just taken out some of the weight, making the trip from the tree stand to the truck all the easier. We all know that other boots cost a few bucks less, but your feet pretty much end up paying for it. And that's why I've kept a pair of Lacrosse boots in my truck for over 20 years.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the morning hunt. It was, once again, a little more difficult than we had expected, but you know, that's part of hunting, and in my opinion, anticipation is everything, especially when you're bringing new hunters involved. To go out and everything work smoothly the first time, you kind of get spoiled. So to kind of wait a little bit, they realize that sometimes when you go out in the woods, it doesn't work out always as planned, but we definitely had a fun morning. And last night, while we were away at the Oklahoma Wildlife Federation banquet, Grace decided to show us how it was done and to bag this nice tom. How did it all work out last night?
Gary was calling, and we had a lot of turkeys come in, mostly jakes, but then this tom came in with two others from behind us, and about 35 yards, and
that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Well, he definitely is a good swinger, and as I mentioned earlier, we had a great hunt this morning. I was hunting with Jill and her dad John, and then Julie and Kate were with our other cameraman. You got to experience some Western Oklahoma running and gunning this morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be a little challenging, especially in the sand hills, and then when it gets hot. We did a little walking this afternoon, but not too much. But what happened? I heard y'all had a tom come in pretty close.
Yes, we did. We were calling to some turkeys over to one side, and then we were watching them, and then the one just came up along.
A lot of work, but it's definitely worth it.
We had a great time
It's been a
out
lot
here
of
at
fun.
Cottonwood Outfitters. All Julie's sisters got to get out and get in the blind and have a good time, and we had a blast.
It's great fun. I'll have to be sure to go back and show all my sisters.
Well, congratulations, Julie. I know you worked hard. We sat in those blinds 2 mornings from at least 6:30 in the morning till noon. And then part of the time we were out running and gunning. And, well, we just had to take patience on this bird, didn't we? Using the commando call, pulled that bird right in. We first saw that bird at, what, about 400 yards?
I believe so.
And then we had one tom that came by us, and we thought that bird was going to take this bird away, but he wanted to come right into that call.
Yeah, that was great fun.
Kate's been getting pretty good at that call too, hasn't she?
Yes, she has.
Well, we have had a blast out here. Hey, why don't we get that bird loaded up, and now are you going to carry it back to camp, or am I?
I will.
Alrighty, I like that. How much do you think that bird weighs? Pick him up and see.
He weighs a bit.
He's got some weight there, doesn't he? Well, congratulations. Congratulations. You have done a phenomenal job.
Well, we put the birds to bed, but sadly it's time for us to head back to the house. But we got two nice birds on the ground. Julie got to go out this evening and take a really nice mature tom with some really good spurs on him. And Jill, we had a great time. We had two opportunities, but sometimes those opportunities are hard to get everything to work out, especially when you kind of fall asleep in the blind. We had a good time, and hopefully you can take these experiences with you and say, hey, you know, we had a good time hunting. And even though we didn't get to harvest a bird, that's not what it's all about. It's about getting out there, you know, the fellowship and just having a good time and learning some more things. And, you know, to be honest with you, when you go out turkey hunting especially, you'll think you'll know a lot about it, and there'll be that time that you just have no idea what's going on. And usually that's the way it works for me in the outdoors as well. But to all y'all, thanks for coming out. It was definitely a fun time getting to hunt with y'all. I know our other cameraman, Steve, enjoyed to go out and just see some young ladies that were real passionate and die hard about the outdoors. We put in a lot of hours and saw a lot of nice birds out here. And it just worked out great. Don and Gary, definitely once again, thank y'all for having us out here. You know, Cottonwood Outfitters is just the place to be whenever you're going to do your turkey hunting or deer hunting, especially if you're die hard like Cody and I. And once again, these birds, you know, we had a lot of nice birds on them, and we were able to command the wild twice, and maybe it could have been a third time, but we'll just kind of shake that off. You know, when you get out hunting, that's what happens, you miss. But Steve got to call in this bird with the diaphragm mouth call, and I was using the slate and glass call with the metallic echo chamber. You got to check that out at commandthewild.com. Really cool hunting products that are coming out that are new and innovative. You're not going to want to miss out on those. Also go to Cottonwood Outfitters at the bottom of the screen if you want to learn more about what they have to offer for hunting. And then also to see what Cody and I have been up to and to check out our new streaming video on our website, go to otwitw.com. But until next time, remember, stay outdoors.
Do any amount of hunting and you'll appreciate the next generation of Alpha boots by Lacrosse. These new Alpha lights not only keep your feet warm and dry like the original Alphas, they're even lighter and more comfortable. Lacrosse hasn't left out the snug ankle fit or aggressive outsole either. They've just taken out some of the weight, making the trip from the tree stand to the truck all the easier. We all know that other boots cost a few bucks less, but your feet pretty much end up paying for it. And that's why I've kept a pair of Lacrosse boots in my truck for over 20 years.
Up there, by the edge. I'm on him. Wait till he turns. When you're ready. Great shot! Man.
Brilliant aiming solutions. Trigicon.
If your greatest adventure is the great outdoors, we'll see you at the Sportsman's Warehouse. Whether you're a hunter, fisherman, or simply can't resist the wild's call, the Sportsman's Warehouse is where you'll discover everything you're going to need to make your next adventure great. And with the city's most knowledgeable staff of outdoor experts, there's always help and advice you can really use. The Sportsman's Warehouse, getting your great adventure off to a great start.
That's awesome. They're not even paying attention to me. There's a group of jakes that normally roost here. I got down in here and started calling like a hen called another group of jakes up. And when they come down in their bottom, they didn't like it. You can see what happens when they get upset at each other. They're just fighting. I've never seen anything like it. Them birds, we're getting after it. We hunted probably 300 yards back to the west, and it got pretty dry over there. It got real silent. Nothing was calling to us. Matter of fact, I think the group of jakes that normally roost here is the group that come in on us earlier that you saw, and so we started easing around a little bit, trying to see if we could figure out where these birds were roosting exactly. And so when I saw the group of birds come over and started heading down to this bottom, I thought they were all hens. Well, I started calling just to kind of mess around, and a couple of big toms way off on the opposite hill over here, they started gobbling. Well, that got some birds down in here gobbling. And so we snuck down here, see if we could put them to bed, make sure they were going to roost here. And I got down here and spotted a bird just in the edge. Well, I started calling at him, and before I know it, I'm hearing putting and purring all back behind me. So I turn around, and the whole hilltop's just covered with birds. And so now I took my focus off of these birds, start calling to these ones, and it worked out perfect because these guys started gobbling back behind me. They started gobbling. They swung around, and you saw you didn't quite catch the first part when they got together. Boy, it was a straight. It looked like the front line of two armies coming together. Man, they just puffed up and coming at each other, and they started flogging. So my cameraman, who had to post up back there in order not to be seen, I told him, I said, "Get up here, man, come on." And so he started running up here, run all the way up here, right behind me. They never even noticed us. So, but that was definitely something I've never experienced before. But I think we got a pretty good idea where these birds are going to roost. They eased off back down that way. As you can see, the truck's 100 yards from us. So we're going to head out here. We'll probably hit this up in the morning.
We'd like to thank you, the sportsman, for joining us on Revive the Outdoors with Cody and Cody. We'd like for you to share your outdoor adventures. Visit us at codyandcody.tv.
Yeah. What do you think about that there? This is definitely a good fish, but it's kind of a teaser.